Here's the 4 signals that a married woman wants more from you. These are certain signs, and if any married woman exhibits them, you may be certain that her husband is soon going to be betrayed. I'd like to clarify that the purpose of this video is not to encourage you to date a married woman, but rather to warn you when someone is attempting to lure you. She always answers you quickly. Women in general, whenever they are interested, tend to pay extra attention to the man they like. It wouldn't be any different with a married woman, even with a husband around. She will always find a way to answer you quickly. It's easier for her to pretend to go to the bathroom to answer you than to wait for her husband to go to work. This is why many married women are caught by their husbands. They can't leave anything for another day. A case they like will certainly get more attention from her than her own husband. So if a married woman keeps answering your messages in flashlight mode, you can be sure that she is interested in you. This sign is even more highlighted if she hides you from her husband, even though you are just a friend. Number 2, she gets on your wave. A faithful woman will never talk to a man with ulterior motives. If she's faithful, she'll cut him off right away. A key sign that someone may be seeking more than friendship can be found in how they communicate. If you notice that responses are unusually prompt or secretive, especially if there's an effort to hide these interactions from a partner, it's a potential red flag. This behavior doesn't just apply to romantic interests. It's a general indicator that boundaries might be getting blurred. An interested woman will keep in touch, and when you play more intimate games, she'll fall in love with you. In addition, she starts to drop hints, complaining about her husband, saying that they don't even go to bed anymore, or that he doesn't satisfy her. A characteristic of an unfaithful woman is complaining about her husband. She always blames everything on the guy, and she is always the victim. This is a way for her to attract without feeling bad. She does something wrong and says that it was her husband who didn't pay attention and didn't value her, among other lame excuses. Number 3, she wants to find you. Now, yes, the most outrageous sign of interest for a married woman. She tries in every way to find you. She makes up a million excuses, tries to hang out with you and mutual friends, and tries to go to the gym at the same time as you. She tries to persuade you to go out with her without commitment. But the reality is that she wants to concretize the betrayal. When a woman wants to cheat, my friend, no one holds back her own conscience. Be smart. When the woman starts giving you a lot of morals, complains about her husband with you, and tries to find you anyway, she wants to take you to a path of no return. She wants you to cheat on your partners. The reality is that a married woman is not worth it. Therefore, invest in those that are loose out there. So many needy women around the world. Why stay behind a married one? Invest in what's really worth it. Number 4, she compliments you. She will find any loophole to praise you. She wants to boost her ego and lower her husband's. As I said, one thing every unfaithful woman does is try to encourage the man to succumb to temptation by telling her how broken her relationship is and how unhappy she is with her husband. So keep an eye out. If a married woman starts to praise you a lot, always implying that you are the guy and her husband is boring, run away. If she starts dressing up more when she knows she'll see you or pays extra attention to her appearance, it could be a sign that she wants to impress you. Pay attention to her body language when she's around you. If she leans in when talking, maintains prolonged eye contact, or touches you lightly, such as on the arm or shoulder, these could be signs of attraction. Is she smiling at you from across the room, finding excuses to touch you, adjusting your tie or brushing lint off your shoulder, or mirroring your actions, which can indicate attraction? She interacts with you frequently on social media platforms, likes or comments on your posts consistently, or shares content specifically with you. It might signify that she's trying to maintain a connection with you outside of face-to-face interactions. If she seeks your approval or validation on matters unrelated to her marriage, It could suggest that she values your opinion and wants to impress you. If she avoids talking about her spouse or downplays the significance of her marriage when you're together, it might indicate that she's trying to create a sense of emotional distance between herself and her marital status. If she goes out of her way to accommodate your preferences, remember important dates, or offers support during challenging times, it could signify that she cares deeply about your well-being. If she displays signs of jealousy when you interact with other women or show interest in someone else, it could suggest that she has strong feelings for you and fears losing your attention. You might notice physical signs of attraction, such as blushing, dilated pupils, or increased heart rate when she's around you. You might notice that she behaves differently when you're around compared to when you're not. She might appear more animated, attentive, or nervous in your presence. She subtly tries to find out if you're single or casually mentions her own relationship status in conversation, possibly as a way of gauging your interest in her. She might actively seek opportunities to be alone with you, whether it's suggesting lunch together, inviting you to coffee, or finding reasons to spend time together outside of regular social setting. She asks you personal questions about your interests, hobbies, family, and aspirations, showing genuine curiosity about who you are as a person. She uses flirtatious or suggestive language in conversation, such as compliments about your appearance or playful banter with sexual undertones, as a way of signaling her romantic interest. She shares her vulnerabilities and insecurities with you, possibly seeking reassurance or validation of her worth, which can be indicative of a desire for emotional closeness. She initiates conversations about topics that go beyond superficial small talk, delving into deeper, more personal subjects that foster emotional connection and intimacy. She frequently seeks your advice or opinion on important matters, indicating that she values your perspective and trusts your judgment. She expresses frustration, disappointment, or dissatisfaction with her marriage, possibly hinting at a desire for change or improvement in her romantic life. She creates inside jokes or shares secrets with you, establishing a sense of camaraderie and exclusivity between the two of you. She unconsciously mimics your gestures, body language, or speech patterns, which is a subconscious behavior that reflects a desire to establish rapport and connection with you. She goes above and beyond to help you with tasks, offer support, or make your life easier in ways that extend beyond what would be expected of a casual acquaintance. She displays signs of nervousness or anxiety when interacting with you, such as fidgeting, stuttering, or avoiding eye contact, which may be indicative of underlying romantic feelings. She willingly shares her personal space with you, such as sitting closely together on a couch or inviting you into her personal workspace, signaling a level of comfort and intimacy. She expresses disappointment or sadness when you're not around, possibly indicating that she enjoys your company and misses your presence when you're apart. She openly discusses the possibility of making significant changes in her life, such as ending her marriage or pursuing a new relationship, suggesting that she's considering alternative paths for her future. A married woman can be very tricky or thirsty if they are not happy at home. I gave you the signs if a married woman wants you. If you want a married woman, do at your own risk. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.